Hello friends, welcome to our channel Tech Division. Today we will discuss about the C++ Advanced Programming Part 3. So as we previously we discussed about some socket programming concept and client server programming concept, and the same we did some C++ client socket programming with C++ example, right? So now today I will come with you a new video with a new concept of that C++ advanced programming part 3, that is a threading, that is a multi-threading. Okay, so we will today will come to explain you what is multi-threading. And but before that I will recommend it you go to that first part as well as second part, and at third part we started, and after that fourth part which we will do some lab exercise with a C++ program. So, and one more thing, I will create one more video that is related to process, because before we start that threading, we need to know about little bit about that process as well as. So I will create that video as well as. So let's start. Before, just rewind up whatever we did. Okay, so this is the third part. Previously we discussed some about the socket programming, like how we can create sockets, like how we the two-way communication is happen. Why I'm focusing on the client server socket program as well as because we once we reach to the next level of the threading, then the socket programming also required with that, because we need to like handling the multiple requests like Google search. What we do, Google continuously when we are searching, there's lots of users are coming, but how he can handle these requests. Okay, so that way the third part is coming. The third part is related to thread. That's why once we creating the socket there, if the multiple user are comes and multiple requests come, then how we can handle that part, that part we will handle by that thread programming. So these are the way we did the socket programming, right? So now coming to the thread programming concept, like what is thread? Thread is simple as if we are can talk, it is a lightweight process. Okay, it's a lightweight process means like whatever we are doing, we are running that presentation, right? So if we are doing the running the presentation, right, then presentation is also part of thread. Why the thread and the process? Because one process in our machine is running, right? That process creates some different processes to run other program as well as, like presently I'm running the PowerPoint, I'm running that recording that video as well as, and I'm doing other work as well as, right, in the same system. Then how we can handle these multiple parts? The process what we will do, the process creates some basic threads to handle these programs as well as. So this is the way that's why I explained, like the thread is a basic lightweight process. Each lightweight process we call thread. Okay, the thread has a program counter, like how many threads we are running at a time to keep the instruction and execute the next, means what will be comes to the next. If we are talking about that, the process register holds the current working variables. It has the stack which contains the executing thread. Is means like whatever the program we did, we have a history as well as, we can handle that history as well as. Okay, and thread can share our address space as well as. The thread has a permission to open the files, resources access, the physical memory, our disk, printer, other resources, because thread have properties of that process. Because why that thread access all the things? Because in our process we have give the all the permission to run, and if we have process we have access, then thread as well as access that, because the process like thread is a part of process, right? Thread operate many respects in the same manner as a process. Means thread is one kind of process. Thread share the CPU memory, and only one thread at a time is activate. Means one thread can active, means share at a time one CPU. Okay, not other, means at a time we can do one by one. Okay, so now come to the next part. As I told you, like the thread, right? Then what will happen, that the process is creating some threads, right? Thread 1, thread 2, thread 3, thread 4, thread 5, right? In the thread 3 is running the desktop 1, like the thread 1 is running desktop 2, and Windows 1, Windows 2, means we have like Windows 1, Windows 2, how we can do that thing, right? As well as. So this is the way basic thread programming concept. It's very simple. Thread creates some basic process creates some basic threads, and from that thread we can control our complete machine. Now we coming to the next part, which is the thread life cycle. Okay, thread life cycle means what? Once we creating a thread, means like it's the same as like bond. Okay, means once we creating the thread, like that is a bond, and it's a ready, means once we are giving some assignment to do that, then it is a ready state. Okay, means it able to take a task. Okay, so now if we are doing some running, means once we give the task, then it is called that as a running. Okay, in the running state we can like we have a lots of things like waiting, sleeping, dead, logged, as well as how, like once a thread is creating, ready, running in state, like someone is coming, like it's then it will go to the wait. It might be possible like there the work is very long and it will go to sleep, and some other thread like killing that thread, and some like other work like it's needed that resource but it is taken by other, so it is called the block state. So similar way I explained, the bond is a thread is just created, ready means thread is waiting for the processor or CPU, running means the system is assigned the processor, thread means that the thread is being executed, block state means the thread is waiting for an event like I have a four pen, right? Black, blue, green, red. Okay, the we have the four person. That red pen I need, but red pen is held by other person. So I need to wait, right? So that time what I will do, I will block state. Okay, so that is the block state. Slip like the thread becomes ready after designing that some time slip time expires. Like once the thread ready, but sometimes like we can go slip. Okay, the dead means the thread is completely finished. So these are the basic thread life cycle of the OS. Okay, so now I'm coming to the next part, where is a good example of thread. Like whatever we are writing, right? Like whatever we can see that previous whatever that we write, that everything is handling by the that is thread. That is one example of like word processing. Like our Windows, any application like Microsoft Word, Notepad, everything we are typing, that is handling by the one thread. So same is a computer system. How computer system, like I'm running the PowerPoint, I'm running the music system, I'm recording that video, I'm doing some other work in the same as well, same time on the thread, means in the computer. That complete system is called like a computer system. So this is a good example. So we can do that in that by the way of the thread. Okay, so this is the good example of thread, like Google search, as well as like we have like continuously sending a request to Google, right? But once we receive the response from the Google, then what Google internally do, Google sending these to the queues, and queues taking by the threads like one by one, but which come the first, which come the next. So that's the way of the thread processing. Okay, so the last and not least, thread program of the C++. The thread program of the basic C++ program with the threading I will explain in my next video series of the thread programming C++ with the episode number 4, the part 4 that is. Okay, so if you think the video is good and helpful, okay, so please do not forget to like, share and subscribe my channel, guys. It's very helping to me, like when you increase my commenting on my video and subscribing my video, so it is very helpful me to. So thanks for watching, and do not forget to like, share